Welcome to the Zadzooks Happy Hour, a podcast exploring the latest in film, TV, games, toys, and more. And now, somewhere in a secret bunker outside of Washington, D.C., here are your hosts, 30-year veteran of pop culture and entertainment news for the Washington Times, Joseph Zadkowski, and pop culture, technology, and space aficionado, Todd Stowell.
Packed show.
I think so,
Yeah.
right? Nice reveal. I should have went to Chicago. Entire Star Wars celebrations going on there. My favorite city.
Yeah.
I'm a dope, but you know what? I did one of those in Indianapolis. It's scary.
Okay, well, before we talk about the trailer and the name of Star Wars Episode 9, I want to get your reaction to the fact that Disney has said this is it for a while. No more Star Wars movies.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Everything's going to be focused on Disney Plus, and it's going to be streaming content
shows.
only. Apparently there is a prequel to Rogue One, which was already a prequel. So
Right.
But apparently there's a prequel to that.
Well, I'm upset about that because it's really fun to plan your Christmas time around something like a Star Wars movie.
Why wouldn't they
It's very fun.
Why wouldn't they just do both?
Put it on
streaming.
Yeah.
And say you can buy it and watch it in the luxury of your home.
Because I don't want to spend $6.99 a month.
Right. Or go to the theaters. I mean, do you have to pay a theater to put your movie on?
Does Disney? That's my question.
Well, yeah. So
I think it's a rental.
Probably. Yeah, maybe the theater company picks your film or something like that. I don't know. But that I thought was pretty interesting in that they were essentially that this is it for this, like episode 9 is it.
I'm totally bummed, but I can't believe it, but whatever.
I mean, that's what they're saying now.
Right.
But I feel like unless they, then again, at the end of episode 6, everything seemed like it was tied together in a little bow.
Right.
And then you had 7, 8, 9.
Maybe they tie it together in a little bow.
Okay.
But I can't believe they're just not going to use all those characters after, like, they came up with Rey and Poe Dameron.
Well, look at the Marvel movies. How many have they done now? 20?
Yeah.
21?
No problem. Seamless.
No problem. Why not keep going? Is it just that Disney can't?
Why can't they do one every other year? What possible difference would it make to them?
Marvel's doing 2 a year.
Yeah.
They're doing like an origin story with the individual. You could have a Poe movie.
Yeah.
You could have a Finn movie. You could have a Rey movie.
And what's the name of the movie?
The Rise of Skywalker.
Really? And that's it? He's going to rise? It's going to rise? She's going to rise?
Well, people claim that the Jedi is no more and it's being reborn as the Skywalker. And that because remember, the new Jedi powers at the end of episode 8 is projection.
Sweeping brooms? No.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it was projection.
Yeah.
So
that
never really existed because remember, and this is again coming from somebody who hasn't
projection.
watched.
Wait a minute.
Well, but
the Force ghosts were all over the place.
Yeah, but they're dead. Remember, he projected himself when he was alive.
Right.
So that was new.
I don't know.
You definitely got to see your boy Lando Calrissian.
Lando in action.
Once again.
All right, now we're out of order. Are we just going to dive into this right now?
Just do it.
So Rey was really cool. Did you see? Did that backflip over a TIE fighter?
With the lightsaber
with the
out.
blue lightsaber out, ready to chomp away.
Clearly Kylo Ren is out in action because he's got his cross saber.
Again.
Out.
He's putting his helmet back together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool.
You did see Carrie Fisher.
You saw a quick glimpse of Carrie Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where this is going right now. I'm really going to have to think about what they're going to do here.
Well, it's a teaser. I know that they introduced a companion to BB-8. I think it's called like D0.
I don't know, but at the end of the clip, you clearly hear the Emperor cackling.
Yeah.
That's the Emperor. How'd that happen? I can't wait. I guess if Luke can project himself,
then maybe the Emperor can too.
Can project himself.
Or maybe it's Kylo Ren.
Turning into the Emperor?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. All questions to be answered.
Well, it would be really interesting if the end shows that the rebellion fails.
Okay, 0 chance that's going to happen. This isn't Game of Thrones.
You think they're going to end it where there's going to be Ewoks dancing?
I think there'll be some dancing and some fireworks.
That was dumb. That's why I never watched those original movies, because when I found out...
He made those films for kids.
Well, these are...
And to sell toys.
Yeah, and these are... Okay, these are for those same kids who are
correct.
They are now middle-aged.
They will not
and
force feed Ewoks on them.
And they're still selling toys, so...
That's right. So go figure.
Yeah. So...
I liked it.
Did you like the name?
No. What happened to Fallen Jedi? Is that a game from EA? I saw that name.
No, I thought I think it's a... I don't know. I saw something else that there's something animated coming out.
Oh, I have so much to talk about. Have you been watching... I'm just switching topics. We'll come right back. Have you been watching the Aliens 40th anniversary rollout with all the mini-movies?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't bring that up. I just found one last night on YouTube.
And also, this is what I will say that I do like about iTunes. I'm starting... Every time like there's a new promotion, like the cover art of all of the films gets an update. And Alien just got the 40th anniversary cover, and there's more content now. Which I'm so happy that studios are finally doing this. If you own it, just give you the latest version of it.
Right.
Like I hate that.
See, look.
Jedi Fallen Order.
That would be a better name for the movie.
Yeah. Well,
okay, it's a video game coming out from EA.
I'm going to take you on a separate... We're gonna go even further out, and I promise we'll come back.
All right.
The Steelbook for Ghostbusters...
Oh, yeah.
Apparently has, like...
Yes.
4 hours of unreleased stuff.
Yes. I saw that.
And
I can't wait.
And I saw they released this thing that Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd did to pitch the movie to movie theaters.
Ooh, I can't wait.
And they're in the uniforms, and Aykroyd is trying to be this straight guy, and Murray is just like, listen, you're dumb if you don't run this movie. This is for kids. It's for housewives. Do you know how often housewives... I mean, he's just totally ad-libbing it.
So cool.
And Aykroyd just seems, stuck.
So you've seen it already?
It's out. That piece is out. That's like the promotional piece for the Steelbook.
Wow.
So, I mean... I am excited because there is a scene that has never been shown, which is they go to a fort, and they used part of the footage from the fort in the movie where Aykroyd gets molested by
I remember that.
And she unzips his pants.
Yeah.
That's at a fort.
That's not in the...
It's not a dream sequence. They just make it out to be that way.
I thought that was in the firehouse.
It's in the in the firehouse, that's how it's made to seem.
Got it.
They're at a haunted fort in New York.
Ah, cool.
And there's a whole thing around that because I've seen stills where the car is parked in front of the fort, but they're going to show that.
Great.
Which is like a huge chunk that I've never seen, which I'm very excited about. So, and again, another
You
another
got a
big
treat.
rollout.
Yeah.
Another big rollout.
All right. I think we're done.
So back to Star Wars.
I got nothing else to say. I'm just seeing what happens. We'll see what happens.
I feel like they've come to the point where when they announce these things, it's almost like an Apple event. Now they've got a full-fledged like Star Wars of like program.
Oh yeah.
So they had Stephen Colbert there, like introducing everyone.
Gross.
Yeah, and there was some comment that was made where they talked about how Adam Driver was shirtless in the last one.
Yeah.
And then I cannot remember his name. The guy who plays Poe.
Oscar Isaac.
Thank you. He said, yeah, well, we're taking it up a notch. Now everyone just has to be full frontal. And then Colbert goes, how was his lightsaber?
Oh, brother.
It's just like, come on, man. Like, I don't care that much. It's just, they're going to overhype this thing.
You've watched more than I have.
They're going to overhype this thing.
Of course they are.
And
conclusion of the trilogy. They have to.
And it could be a major disappointment. Now the big question is going to be runtime. They got a lot to pack in.
I think they'll go past 3 hours.
I think
if Endgame goes 3, they're going to go past that.
Yeah.
So,
but then again, is Disney also going to say, "Oh, the next Marvel movie is going to be on Disney Plus"?
Boy, why would they do that?
I mean, look at Netflix.
Yeah,
they're doing that all the time. Eventually, people will bend and they'll pay the money.
Yeah,
which sucks, but whatever. I don't watch a lot of that stuff anyway on Netflix. I try to find stuff that's not Disney or major studio stuff. If I don't watch it or rent it, I won't watch it on streaming. So,
I found something that I knew I was aware about. Do you remember the movie where they hide in the shadows?
Vaguely.
It's a vampire film that was directed by Taiki, the guy who did the Thor movie, Thor Ragnarok. Well, they've done a TV show now of this.
Really?
Yeah, on Fox, FX.
Is it just... Oh, that's right. Is it just out?
Yeah, it just started.
Okay, just started.
It's pretty cool. It's funny.
But you know the one that is that the one with like the weird vampires?
Yes.
Like
they're 3 vampires. They live in a mansion, and they're like curmudgeons, kind of. You know, they're weird. They're really weird dudes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it's like a reality show,
right?
Where you're just kind of hanging out.
It's like Curb Your Enthusiasm almost.
Yeah. But they're being followed by cameras, and they know they're being followed by cameras.
They don't have a problem with that? I thought vampires didn't like their photos or anything.
Apparently, they don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
I don't.
All right.
But you know what? It's my sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's bizarre funny.
So it's like Schitt's Creek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except with vampires. So there.
I mean, they could easily put that entire cast into a vampire TV show, and I'd watch it.
And it would work perfectly.
And I'd watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd watch it in a heartbeat.
Have you caught up with Schitt's Creek? No.
I don't think I've done this season.
Okay.
I'm always behind because I don't watch it live.
It's good.
Yeah, of course it is.
They're going to do one more. Can you believe that? Like, I got nothing better to do? Well, why wouldn't they just keep this going?
But did you see?
It's like 10 episodes. It's nothing.
What did they just announce?
It's shot in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing going on.
They just announced that they're ending Preacher.
Season 4 or
That's
what?
it.
Okay.
It's done after 4.
All right.
It's called like Preacher Apocalypse or something like that. Seth Rogen said they're done. And Better Call Saul is delayed another year. They're just now shooting it.
Why? Okay.
Something along the lines of giving the talent the time to work on other projects, I guess, because they were getting burnt out. I think they're filming like 9 or 10 months out of the year.
Well, Better Call Saul's girlfriend, Kim?
Yes.
Kim Wexler? Mm-hmm. Why would I know that? She is in Veep this year. Mm-hmm. This season's Veep.
Yeah, and
she is a press secretary.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's the last season of Veep.
That's right. And it is wickedly funny again.
There's a lot of people who are saying it's funny how they kill the Preacher off after season 4, but they've let Game of Thrones or they've let The Walking Dead drone on
forever
through season 13.
Yeah.
And that they've had enough of it. And I know when you and I bailed, we were in the minority.
Right.
And I think that has grown quite a bit. I think people are done with it.
Well, I hope so.
They got to just end it. You think that they're going to do like The Simpsons? They're just going to keep going?
26 seasons.
I hope not. I hope they come to their senses and realize that they should end it, but they won't. It's too much of a cash cow for AMC.
Yeah.
And Game of Thrones starts on Sunday.
Really, this Sunday?
5 episodes.
Yep.
And that's it.
Really? I thought it was 8.
I thought I saw 5.
5. I don't know.
We'll check on that. Man.
Well, I just want to get that over with so I can get rid of my cable box.
I'm going to buy it through iTunes.
Yeah, I know you are.
And be done with it.
I could do that too, but I don't want to.
I'll watch it a day later.
I don't want to upset the apple cart.
Well, I mean.
But I will. I'm soon. It's very close, Comcast.
So the
clip is coming.
The next thing is I hear that all the Viacom properties are moving to YouTube TV soon, which would be Comedy Central,
right?
MTV, all those other things
that I don't watch.
Well, I don't really watch half of the stuff, But they just added the entire like Discovery.
Yeah, I saw that. I got an email on that even.
Right. So it's the problem is the more stations they add, the more expensive the services become.
Right.
Till eventually
it starts hitting cable numbers.
It's going to be cable numbers. It's going up to $54.99 a month.
You're kidding.
No.
Well, that hurts.
It's not cheap.
You can't buy less? I thought it started at $39.99.
They bumped it to $49.99, and with the addition of the new channels, it's now $54.99.
Oh.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to do that now.
Well, you'd have to go look at how much you're paying in cable.
It's going to cost me $80 to just get the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 80 plus another 50 is 130. And then I'm going to still want some extra shit. Oh my God! Sorry about that. That means you'll have to cut that one out, won't it?
We're marked as explicit in case things happen. Yeah, but like Showtime is like $7 a month. I mean, that's.
But I'm not going to buy all that stuff.
But you're going to get Netflix. You're going to get Hulu.
I already have Netflix.
Or you got Amazon.
And I got Amazon Prime.
You don't need Hulu.
No. So that's
and pretty soon you're going to be getting Disney Plus.
Well, yeah, and I'll have to buy the DC Entertainment as soon as they get an app. I don't think they're quite there yet.
I don't know if anyone could hear that eye roll coming from me, but if you actually buy that, I will troll you.
No, not a chance.
Don't do it.
Well, that was an extended segment.
Yes.
Take a break because we got a good movie we want to go over.
I do.
That the critics just yawned about.
Yep.
And then we're gonna.
I don't feel the same way, so
I don't either.
Take that. We'll be back.
Communities Digital News, built by the writers and editors that deliver the news 24 hours a day. Visit comdiginews.com. That's COMMDIGI news.com. And support the next evolution in news.
So the end.
I seriously wasn't even going to watch this movie. I was so not happy because I actually believe the critics once again. I don't think that'll ever happen again.
But remember, this movie was one of the last movies against that weird Rotten Tomatoes like trolling thing. You know how they changed it for Captain Marvel,
right?
I have to wonder if it didn't.
Was the movie trolled?
I mean, who knows? But people were definitely gaming the rating system. Here's what I don't understand. If you were a fan of Unbreakable, it's the same format and layout as Unbreakable.
Right.
And I loved the flashbacks to the different movies.
Right.
I thought that was great.
We're talking about Glass, by the way.
We're talking about Glass, which reunites Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson, and James McAvoy with director M. Night Shyamalan after the Unbreakable and then the follow-up sort of in the same universe film Split. You now have Glass, which is set, I guess, in present day.
I think it was since 6 months after Split.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Where by the way, we're going to spoil the heck out of this movie because in order to really give it the proper things.
3 weeks. This is 3 weeks after Split.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So just be aware. If we ruin it, don't complain. Bruce Willis's character is being called many things.
Overseer.
He's the overseer.
He
was called
hood,
like the tap dancer.
Green jacket or something.
He's really stepped up his game. He sort of patrols the streets. And he created a security company where he sells home security, but in the back is like a full-on surveillance system that he and his son run.
His son, Joseph.
Who
same kid
yes.
who was in Unbreakable.
Yes.
And that kid looks great.
Yep.
He looks like a superhero now.
And what's great is they brought back one person from every movie, at least one person from each movie, so that it really continued the story. You have Elijah, a.k.a. Mr. Glass, his mom.
That was his mom.
It was his mom. It's
same
the same
actress.
actress.
Cool.
Charlayne Woodard. You have the girl from Split.
Yep.
Anna Taylor. which I don't remember her character's name. And you have the son from Unbreakable, Joseph.
Her name's Casey Cook.
Okay. All
And
reprising their
Joseph.
roles. And
once again, because they have to, Sarah Paulson's in the movie again.
yeah, because she's in everything.
Because she's in everything.
Okay. So Mr. Glass is in a mental institution. You know that much because at the end of Unbreakable, he was arrested and put in a hospital for the criminally insane. So you know that's where he is. David Dunn, or the Overwatcher, he is essentially just roaming the city looking for people, but
Yep.
he knows that there is this guy who keeps kidnapping girls and then kills them. And so he's trying to find them, which eventually leads him to the 20
Beast.
the beast,
The Horde.
the Horde, played by James McAvoy.
Brilliantly played. Probably one of the best. His last appearance on the screen is amazing.
Absolutely. Where he's Michael
You know-
Kevin
you
Michael
know-
Crumb.
No, where he's everything.
Yes, all at once.
It's like watching the end of Terminator when the Terminator sinks into the molten lava,
with the thumb in
and
there.
you can see his outline just kind of disappear.
Yep.
And he keeps changing shapes.
yes,
Not the Terminator, the thing chasing him.
yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
T-1000.
But McAvoy does it vocally rather than
Well, and he does it so at some point, the Beast and David Dunn's Overwatcher find each other and they fight.
right.
And it's superhuman strength versus the Beast's superhuman strength. And they go toe-to-toe, pound for pound. Eventually, David Dunn throws him out of a window. They both fall to the ground.
All right, you're giving him too much detail.
And that's fine.
Get to the point.
And eventually, they get caught.
Right.
So now they're all in
All
the-
three of them are now in the mental asylum.
Now, did you notice anything about the coloring?
No.
Okay. So anytime there was anything to do with the villain,
Yeah.
the color was purple. There's the mother wears purple. Samuel Jackson's character
Yeah.
wears purple. There's purple on the walls when they're all being interviewed together.
Okay. I got to go back and watch that.
Green is superhero,
Okay.
which again, the green cloak that
Yep,
David
yep.
Dunn wears. So anytime you see green, it's relating to the superhero.
Cool.
So yeah, Sarah Paulson's character is a psychologist who specializes in people who believe who have delusions of grandeur
Right.
and believe they're superheroes.
Right.
And the contraption that they put together to control the Horde also really shows off McAvoy's chops because
Every time a light flashes, he
it's a
changes character.
He changes character. And what's the character that is the older British woman who sort of is kind of the leader? I cannot remember that character's name, but he jumps around so much. There's the young 9-year-old, and
Patricia,
Yes,
a proper British woman.
yes, Patricia.
Hedwig's the 9-year-old boy.
Yep.
There's Irish twins. There's everything.
And then there's the Beast.
There's 23 personalities.
And then the way that he contorts his body to make it appear as
Yeah.
if he's getting bigger to be the Beast,
Yeah.
and the voice of the Beast
Yep.
is just outstanding.
Anyway, I'm telling you, don't listen to any critic on this film.
No.
If you and I was so ready. I actually pre-wrote paragraphs basically saying
This movie was terrible.
that if this movie can't come up to the level of the Russo brothers and what they do with Endgame and Captain America Civil War, where you can actually present a movie packed with action and massive emotional releases. Because Captain America Civil War has major moments in it.
Absolutely.
That'll make a Marvel fan cry.
Yep.
That's how intense it is.
Yep.
And that if M. Night couldn't do this, he had no business making this movie. And you know what? He didn't do it, but he made it different. And it's equally as fun for me and potent. It's fun.
It was fun for me up until the last 15 minutes. Then I was pissed. I did not like how it ended.
Okay. Are we giving that away?
I'm gonna
right.
give it away. So everyone dies.
Right.
All three characters, Mr. Glass, David Dunn, and Kevin Wendell Crumb, they're all dead.
Right.
And they are taken out by a
secret organization
that they go by, I guess, the Clovers. They have clover tattoos.
Right. Their job is to make sure that no one knows that there are metahumans in the world.
Right.
Period.
Right. And they do whatever is necessary. First, they try to trick them into believing that they're normal
not, right.
by bringing them to a mental institution. Yeah. And then if that doesn't work, then they just outright eliminate them.
I think the movie just went on about 10 minutes too long. It didn't need to over-explain itself because you already knew what happened. And you know what? It's kind of fun sometimes to just guess what's going on. And you pretty much knew what was happening.
I think
the moment he touched
screamed.
her.
Yes.
And the moment he touched her and showed her in this weird meeting room was pretty much the clue of what was going to happen, what was going on.
Yep. So I agree with you there. So the movie goes a little too long because eventually you find out that Mr. Glass uploaded all of the surveillance footage and gave it to the three remaining characters from the first two movies, and they release it to the world.
Yes.
There is a scene where Sarah Paulson's character is screaming because she knows that it was a suicide mission and Mr. Glass got her.
Yeah.
And in some ways, you as the viewer emotionally would be more frustrated knowing that she lost, but you somehow feel better knowing that the footage gets out there. And I think it would have been better if they didn't explain that.
Or they could have shown it quickly in an end credits scene somewhere.
Yeah.
Like a just glimpse.
Yeah. Because I think it would have been frustrating to know that she lost and then what happens now.
Right.
Like, because you know that it was uploaded somewhere.
Right.
But I think what they were trying to do is they were as he's dying, Mr. Glass says, "I know what my life was. It wasn't a story, what did he say? It wasn't a sequel. It was an origin.
It was an origin story.
It was an origin story, and then he dies.
Right.
And maybe that's what they're showing with those three characters is that they're the origin story. But my understanding is he's not making any more of these. That was it.
Right. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Because he's hooked up with this Blumhouse Productions place.
Yep.
And they love stuff like this. This is like their forte.
What have they done? Because
Get Out.
That's what I thought.
Us, Insidious, The Purge, Split. All of these films, in and of themselves, are good films. I mean, they also had Whiplash. You know what I mean?
Dude. Yeah,
Black Klansman.
Of course.
So all of this, I mean, this is perfect for M. Night. He should be with these guys.
Yeah.
Because he does really quirky stuff.
But you're right. This movie did not deserve the barrage of hate that people threw at it.
Right.
I think that people expected this to be some crazy culmination.
Yeah, they expected, like Endgame. They expected like these three villains to just go at it.
I mean, there's this one...
The heroes and the villains.
There's this one scene which stood out to me, and I still sort of think about, where you've got all these cops that are trying to get at the Horde.
Yeah.
And David Dunn grabs like 10 guys and pushes them backwards.
Yeah.
And they show him like bending steel.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. But they were superheroes without like the flashbang powers.
Right.
And it's like, I wanted so much more of that. That was the thing that bummed me out a little bit. Is it's like I wanted to see them go toe for toe. I wanted to see just like what kind of damage they could do, because clearly David Dunn could take anything the Beast was throwing at him.
Right. Oh yeah.
Without a question.
It was almost like wrestling rather than a fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He would just grab him.
I think it was like toe to toe.
Right.
And there's one point with Mr. Glass and the Horde, which I won't give away, which explains the origin story of the Horde. And that's something you can learn for yourself, which is definitely an awesome twist. It is not the typical M. Night twist that you would expect.
Right.
I'm going to give this... It's like right between a B+ and an A-, and the only reason I give it that is because, again, I wish he hadn't killed the characters off.
Yeah, I'll give it a B+ for that. My wife would give it an A. She really liked it.
I think if they had killed Mr. Glass but kept the other two, that could have been something really, really interesting. And there was definitely a point where you thought the world was going to explode in this movie.
Yep.
So that's our thorough review. If you liked Unbreakable or you like Split, do not listen to the critics. Go watch it for yourself.
Go watch it for yourself.
And
you are
form your own
enjoy
opinion.
it.
Yep,
right.
Agreed. Okay, we've got one more thing and we're going to come back, right?
Yes.
All right, this is a double break segment. So we'll be back.
Breakable.
Communities Digital News, built by the writers and editors that deliver the news 24 hours a day. Visit comdiginews.com. That's COMMDIGI news.com. And support the next evolution in news.
I have my box of toys.
Oh, man. We haven't done a box of toys in a while.
I just want to show you some of these. So this is Marvel Legends series Endgame, which is going to be a little different than you would expect in a series of action figures. These are these $20 multi-articulated figures. They've got like 24 or more layers of articulation and things. And I think they do a really good job with the majority of these, but I'm going to let you decide.
Okay.
So first I'm going to show you what's in each of these, and I'm going to then let you know what the big reveal is in the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, that's Hercules.
Okay.
Now, a lot of these characters that you're going to see are either villains or part of the Avengers. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, Hercules, they did a pretty good job with. There's a lot of detail there, and he comes with a sword and an axe. And I'm not going to go through in super detail on all this stuff, but this guy's called Nighthawk.
Yep.
He was also at some point an Avenger, so he's kind of cool. This guy's called Citizen V. He's kind of like a World War II dude, like the cape. Pretty cool stuff there.
Is he like a villain?
He's a good guy.
So
he works for, there's a secret team called the Thunderbolts.
He looks a lot like Captain America 2.0.
And he looks kind of Captain America-ish. So, and then there's this really cool villain named Living Lava.
Oh, that's
Laser.
cool.
Living Laser, sorry. I don't know. He's an Iron Man villain.
Oh.
And he comes with these little things you put on his...
Oh, that makes it
looks
look like he's
bolts.
sending lightning bolts.
But the major pieces in this one that are important to know about that I think collectors are going to like are more based on the film. So this guy, who was one of the Four Horsemen in the first... What was Avengers Part 1?
Avengers.
No. Before Endgame.
Oh, Infinity War?
Infinity War. And his name is Ebony Maw. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
That's a pretty good sculpt.
Yep.
There's a new permutation of Hawkeye.
Okay.
He's called Ronin.
Yes.
And he's dressed kind of like a ninja.
Well, I think that he's addressed in the movie in Endgame as Ronin.
Is Ronin?
Yeah, I think he's both.
But he's a ninja. Mm-hmm. And he has a removable hood, which is kind of weird and looks good. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I think they've done a really good job with this, and it's more the paint detail that I'm impressed with on this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. This didn't look so good. This is Captain America in his new outfit.
Except it's not the right outfit.
And his head's kind of big. Notice?
You know what he looks like? He looks like RoboCop.
He kind of looks like a RoboCop character, right?
And the funny thing is this is not the color of the Avengers suit. It's white.
It is white, but at no point are they wearing this. Do you know?
I mean,
I'll look it up.
It's in the trailer. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, the best part of this entire thing is if you buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these figures. You don't have to buy Captain America. You get a piece of Thanos, and then you get to build Thanos.
Oh, that's crazy.
And that's Thanos.
That is ridiculous.
That's a good Thanos, right?
Wow. Look at the face.
The face is dead on, right?
I mean, that is clearly a mold of
A laser scan.
a laser. It has to be.
Yeah.
Does the helmet come off?
No.
No. So what comes off? Anything?
Nothing.
So how do you build it?
There's a piece in every container.
Like a leg?
Yeah. And then you got to snap the leg in place, snap
that's
the arm in place.
interesting.
But you have to spend $120.
Can you buy this standalone?
No.
Really?
So you've never known about this kind of stuff, right?
No.
This is pretty normal in Marvel Legends stuff. It's called Build-A-Figure.
That's a beautiful figure, though.
It's well done, right?
I mean, that's really well done. He's wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. Are all the stones in the gauntlet?
What do you think? Yeah.
Yep, they are.
So, for example, Thor Ragnarok, you could build Hulk. There was
that's cool.
big figure of Hulk you could build.
That's cool.
But I got to tell you, this guy looks pretty good. I think
yeah.
he is well worth. If you are a action figure collector, he is well worth you taking and spending the money for.
Well, and I mean,
because you don't. They did do one for the first set of the Avengers Infinity War where he doesn't have the gold armor on, but I think you got to have the gold armor.
oh, it's just. I mean, it looks really good.
Yep.
Like the mold is well done. The color, the paint job is really clean.
And that face is perfect.
The face is fantastic with like the lines across the face. The hands look really good. Does he have? I forget. Does he have any other weapons other than the gauntlet?
I don't know what this is, but that's
like
the weapon with him.
It looks like a.
It looks like a piece from a satellite.
I was gonna say it looks like it looks like blades.
Yeah, but that's what
I don't really remember.
I don't remember this.
Honestly, yeah, the movie was so crazy, and because you used to just teleport in, take the stone, and leave.
That's right. That was his whole thing.
So since Endgame is coming out, let's throw some predictions in here about what's going to happen.
Who do you think, like, permanent? Well, anyway, these are from Hasbro.
That's a nice figure.
The majority of them are really well done.
Yeah. Yep.
Not a big fan of the Captain America, but after that.
Yeah. So who's not coming back?
Well, we know Robert Downey Jr. is done. He doesn't want to do this anymore. I think he's done.
Has he said that?
No, but I just think he's done.
You don't think he's going to pull a Sam Jackson and just appear when he needs to?
Yeah. But I don't think he'll have his own standalone movie, and he won't be...
I think Chris Evans is done. Like, Captain America is dying in this movie.
Okay.
Hands down.
I don't know.
Now, there's one thing that I hope will happen, but I'm not dead set on it, and it's possible that it doesn't. Inevitably, they are going to revive those who...
Have fallen. Like Black Panther's coming back.
Yes.
There's a 100% chance.
Obviously. So we know that's happening. But does it have implications for those who perished by the finger snap, or can it also include other people
who have been
disintegrated? Because Michael Rooker's character in Guardians of the Galaxy, who sacrificed himself in the second movie, here's a doorway to bring him right back. Right.
I'm getting the feeling that Gamora and Quill, who's Quill? Peter Quinn?
Yeah.
Quill is both gone.
You think they're like...
Yeah.
You think that Groot will come back, but they're gone?
I think so.
No way.
We'll see.
No, because they all fought so hard to get James Gunn back into Guardians 3.
But does Guardians 3 have to take place?
Yeah, of course.
Post Avengers Endgame?
I mean, I would think it would be weird if it didn't.
Okay.
Does Doctor Strange return?
Of course. 100% chance.
Has to.
Aren't they getting ready to do Strange 2? I think they are.
I think so. Obviously, Ant-Man plays a big role, as we talked about last week, with him flying up Thanos' butt.
Yeah.
Black Widow apparently has a standalone movie coming soon.
So she's going to be back.
Right. Yeah, I got to believe Chris Evans, Captain America, sacrifices himself.
And that's it? That's all you're giving me right now.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr. leaving wouldn't be a total surprise, but it would be disappointing. Chris Evans leaving just opens a door for Bucky Barnes to be Captain America, which is what happens in the comics anyway.
Right.
Now, I think he's foolish to walk away from it because they said he's getting like $50 million of movie or something like that to be in it. But I guess, something about being creative is not enough for him. So
yeah.
Robert Downey Jr., I gotta believe he'll pull a Sam Jackson and he'll
show up when he needs to.
He'll just be there when he needs to. Obviously, Captain Marvel is going to be around based upon the $1 billion that thing's made.
Yep. So all we know for sure is you think Captain America's done. I think
most people do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's more or less said he's done anyway.
Right.
Now, does he walk away and they don't kill him?
Yeah.
I think somebody's got to die.
Yeah.
To take out Thanos.
Yeah.
Who that is, I don't know.
Okay. When's it come out? 2 weeks?
April
27th?
26th or
26th?
Doesn't matter.
26th.
If you don't know when it's coming out by now, then you have been living under a rock. So just go watch it, but wait a couple weeks because
it's gonna be crazy. Yeah.
You want to talk about $1 billion movie? That thing's gonna hit $1 billion
first weekend,
real quick.
3 hours.
Oh, overseas it could make $1 billion.
All right.
And those guys are doing some crazy press for this thing.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of it.
And people are spoiling it
ad nauseum.
All right. That's jam-packed, man.
Man, you don't get much more than that.
How about that? You got our best effort here. Did you have your nap today?
I did.
Man.
That's why I'm so alert.
It's awesome. Good
Thank
for
you.
All right. See you next time.
Ya.